you've been here all week then. What have been your favorite things about Advertising Week so far?
Wow, I think mainly the excitement that we've seen from everybody. We've been doing this in New York. It'll be our 10th year in New York this year, but to see everybody embrace it so quickly and with such verve and panache has been really cool. I think that's been my favorite part, is just seeing everybody really gravitate to it and get into it and also participate in it, which is really nice. So I feel like there's been some really good dialogue. So that's been. I think one of the most important aspects of this entire week is that we've had both width and depth. So width is that we have a lot of different people from a lot of different disciplines, and the depth is that these conversations have been very involved, and they've been, they've been really deep, meaty conversations. Runs the gamut from creativity to media to fashion. Susie Essman is here, Frank Abagnale is here, so it covers a lot of different places. I would say the future of advertising is that it won't be advertising and it will be advertising at the same time. The thing that I like to say to people, and I'm a teacher part-time back home in Portland, Oregon, college teacher. Kindergarten might be a little different, but what I like to tell people is that advertising and marketing will change, but a piece of good communication will always endure.
Future of advertising is more audiovisual content. So I think audiovisual content, whether it be in feature film or commercial, is still the most powerful thing. We're not going to grow another pair of ears, another pair of eyes. So actually audiovisual content, which used to be restricted to TV and cinema, is now available for all brands to do online or on mobile or elsewhere.
Probably a combination of things, because you've got different types of print being used now as triggers, so you get outdoor print being used as a trigger for digital signage or as a trigger for video. You've also got 3D print coming through, which can then be used sort of as a prototype for advertising, so you get like beta models and things like that. But ultimately, I don't know, I think that the future is broad, so there's probably not one answer. But if I had to give you one answer, it would be there is no one answer.
Broad. There's a lot of scope, there's a lot of things to be done, and advertising is basically something that's now being taken to a new level, and people are still trying to get a grasp of it because, with the involvement of handheld devices, bringing adverts started coming into the home with television, and now they're starting to actually come into our pockets with phones, and you can't really avoid it. So I think it's only going to keep growing, and it's only going to get bigger.
Well, the future of advertising is actually fewer brands, but across many platforms. So no longer is it really rely on what the historic platform or the historic media that brand relates to. So, for example, the Times, Sunday Times is traditionally a newspaper, but actually more people are consuming across more and more platforms, from tablets to mobiles, etc.
It's fragmented and it's completely schizophrenic in that you've got a whole load of people who want to do great advertising, and you've got a whole load of people who are only interested in the numbers and data and conversion and profitability and all the metrics that basically can kill the first one of those.
I think all these things are cyclical. What I found so interesting from everything I saw this week has actually been the fact that although obviously there's huge moves in social, there's huge moves in technology and that being embraced by advertising, I still think that actually the power of a great gag, the power of an emotion to cut through is equally resonant. So, the future is also the past, and, these things go in cycles.
I think what's going to happen is all advertising will eventually move into the media agency. So ad agencies will be subsumed into media agencies, digital agencies will come into media agencies because they're the ones who are best set to deliver cross-channel thinking to all of their clients.
The future of advertising is not to stop calling itself advertising, because that's its biggest problem. Therefore it's ironic it's confining itself to be ads, as opposed to thinking about what else it can be in terms of vectors. So I think if advertising stopped thinking that it was advertising and start thinking else what it might be, I think it's got a very good future.